Everyone says that the workout clothes they wear are the best, but are famous brands really worth what they charge? So I bought several fitness outfits and put them through a complete test. So let's do the aesthetics test, workout test, cardio test, sweat test, smell test, and cost-benefit test. And the brand that really stands out, I'll send them a message trying to get a sponsorship. Aesthetics test. And the next brand is Nike. Apparently it's a dry fit model from Nike. That tank top didn't sell much. It seems like some stores are out of stock. Its look is nice, but things I would change about its aesthetics would be to make this Nike logo smaller because I think it's too big. But that's it. This is how it looks on the back, just so you can see. I think in terms of the aesthetics test, it's doing well. And now we have Berserk here. We have this one, which is an oversized, and we also have this more dry fit t-shirt, right? Well, this one fits the body well. It's not too big because there are those oversized ones, man, where the thing goes all the way down to your knees. But it's very comfortable and the fabric is very flexible. The only thing is that the look doesn't really catch my attention. I don't think it's something I would wear outside the gym. This one here, which is a tighter style, it kind of follows the same concept because I thought the fabric was really good, okay? This round neck kind of reminds me a bit of a soccer jersey, and the only soccer jersey I wear is the Corinthians one, you know? I'm not wearing the Brazil one yet. Neymar hasn't worn it, so I won't wear it until he does. Sorry about that. And now for our aesthetics test, we have Alway. It was this tank top here. It's an all black tank top. And I also got this oversized one here, red on the back. I just thought it was really beautiful. And it says Memento Mori. I didn't know what Memento Mori was, but basically it's a meaning reminding you of the day you're going to die. But on the positive side, because every time we think about the fact that we're going to die, it's kind of negative. Like one day we're going to die, wow, but the positive side is thinking, hey, one day you're going to die, so live for today. There's even this phrase back here, which I thought was amazing. It goes like this. Look, remember that you are dust and to dust you shall return. Genesis 3-19. And I've tried a lot of workout clothes in all these years I've been training, and I realized one thing, this one really got it right. Some stores sell oversized t-shirts in a looser style, but what does oversized really mean? It's a t-shirt that's big, but it's not big because it's XL. It's big because it's wide on the sides, kind of more square-shaped with long sleeves. But it's not just big, you know? It has a roomy fit, but there are some t-shirts that claim to be oversized, when in reality they're just bigger t-shirts, not really oversized. This one I'm looking at is actually an oversized, truly diverse oversized. Now talking a bit about its style, for me I think that's what I look for in clothes, minimalism. And also on the back, the meaning of Memento Mori is amazing, man. I admit I'm kind of biased because I'm a guy who's hyper-focused on red. My car is red, my channel is red, so how could a red t-shirt not win me over? This one is already a tight tank top, which I'm a big fan of because it makes me look bigger. What I found funny about it is that it's a really tight tank top, you know? So that's the idea behind it, but at the same time, the fabric, look, when I pull it, it stays tight on my body without making me feel suffocated. Just showing you guys. This is the back of it. I really like this black. Wow, guys, does anyone know what this is here? Bro, what is this here? No idea, so I think this tank top is more than approved. For the style bro and for the style test, we have Insider. It's not oversized or anything, it's just a regular t-shirt basically. It's a very flexible t-shirt as you can see like this. I wouldn't say it's thin, but it's quality fabric. It stretches, oh my god, it's not a style that caught my attention. It's not oversized or a tank top, but it's also not something ridiculous. It's not like a super flashy oversized one, it's more like a regular t-shirt, you know? Would I wear it out to go out on the street? Yeah, I would, like if I had to go buy some bread. Grab a lightweight t-shirt, the kind that's almost see-through. If you stretch it, you can see the person's skin color and even the nipple. Well, I think it passes the aesthetics test, and now for the aesthetics test, we have Alpha Company. Well, basically, I got these two t-shirts here. It's an oversized chest day shirt. For those who don't know, chest day is Chester's Day. And we also have something different, an oversized tank top. It's an all black tank top as you can see. So let's start with this one. Well, right off the bat, I think the fit is really good. And for me, that's the main part. What I like most about Alpha Company is the aesthetics. If I could suggest something, I'd put this on the back. It would look cool, or we could just turn the shirt around. No problem, right? I'll check out the other one, the tank top. Honestly, I'm already a bit disappointed because its black color looks like it'll fade to gray over time. I thought the aesthetics of this one were cooler, more minimalist, but one thing I noticed about the oversized style from Alpha Company is that it doesn't really look oversized. It just looks like a bigger t-shirt and only comes down to here. See? This one is approved. I thought it was really nice, but now I think this black tank top doesn't pass the aesthetics test, the workout test, and now it's time for us to try out the Grand Nike t-shirt. Today I'm going to train chest. Positive points about it, man. It's really hot, so the fact that it's a tank top, the fabric is light, I'm not feeling hot, everything's really good. Well, I started my chest warm-up set here, and I think for mobility, it's a really good tank top. See, man, because when you do this, the muscle stretches, you know, and you can also see that it's tight. The only thing that bothers me a little is the discomfort from the fabric. I feel this Nike logo here on my stomach too, but it's not something that's stopping me from training, man. The only thing I'm feeling is that it seems like this fabric is itchy, man, because it's kind of tight and kind of, I don't know, man, it feels like it's itching my back, especially like I can feel the shirt, you know? Well, I never thought there was a perfect training shirt, but a tank top is really good for working out, man. I'm doing triceps here, and the fact that it's a tank top gives me more range to do the movement, man, so I don't even know what I'm saying, man. I'm tired, but this one is good for training while looking in the mirror. Honestly, can there be a little bit of ego? Sure. You just look in the mirror and you see the tight tank top, your nipples showing, there's nothing better. I think the only bad thing about this tank top is that it's tight. It looks cooler for working out, but it's really tight. So all the time you keep feeling your armpit like this. It's not cool to feel your armpit, right guys? I think the problem with it is that when you stretch your arm, it rides up and you have to keep adjusting it all the time too. It's not an outfit that you put on to work out and forget you're wearing it, and I think the Nike tank top passes the workout test. And now for the style test, let's go with Berserk. This oversized one here, I'm going to wear for my workout. I'm training back, biceps and forearms today. I'm all in and already took my pre-workout. I'm pumped. And I'm carrying another shirt in my backpack here because when I go do cardio, today I'm going to do it on the treadmill. I'm going to wear it and we'll see what the difference is. Well, I think this oversized one from Berserk is really good for working out. I think the main thing about it is the fabric, man. The fit is really good. Like, I'm doing the movements here and I don't even feel the shirt. It doesn't get in my way. Because it's oversized, when I pull it back like this, the shirt doesn't ride up and end up showing my underwear. What happened a few times with some tight clothes? Well, I think one of the negative points of this shirt is, first of all, its breathability. Even though it's a thinner fabric that moves more, I felt hotter, you know? I'm sweating, it feels like the heat got trapped here. I'm gonna end up smelling bad later, damn it. And another negative thing is for the biceps, right? Like, man, I like to do biceps exercises while watching my arm, you know? So I can see the muscle. In this case, with the oversized shirt here, I'll have to pull it up. Otherwise, my ego won't be satisfied. Another thing I didn't really like is the color of the shirt, you know? Look, this circle here in the middle. It's nice, but not my style, you know? It's one of the workout shirts I'm gonna wear in this video. That's a fact. And even though I didn't like the look, Berserk passes the workout test. Now it's time for us to train with Oe, and since Oe also has two shirts, I'm going to use this oversized one here for the workout. Today I'm going to train chest, triceps, and shoulders. Hey Marcos, in this video is it just upper body? How am I supposed to test a shirt while training legs? Tell me. Unfortunately, I had to take this whole week and train only upper body, man. I changed my workout plan a lot because I wasn't used to doing this. Well, I'm starting my chest workout now, doing bench press. I managed to put 35 on each side, and what I'm already feeling in the first exercise is that it's very comfortable. At the same time, the fabric is breathable. The fabric is thicker and more durable, so it won't shrink when washed. I'm sweating a lot from lifting heavy weights. I'm still a lightweight. I don't know if that's just my ego, but if it is, so be it. But the fact that you're wearing stylish clothes at the gym really gives you a boost, man. At least I'm working on my chest here, even though I took some pre-workout. Wearing stylish, comfortable clothes feels great. Being well-dressed here really energizes you. Wow, they're playing Justin Bieber. I'm gonna get the car. I'm here working out, man, and I started thinking that I know a lot of people who watch me don't invest in gym clothes. Like, I get it, you know? If you're not an athlete and just work out occasionally, you don't need to spend money on that. But I realized I needed to buy clothes for the gym. I only realized it because my girlfriend looked at me and said, "Babe, you look ridiculous working out." And I said, "Damn, I need to improve." And so far, this was the easiest decision to make. Always passes the workout test. For the workout test, let's try Insider. As you can see, I'm in my car at night and it's dark, so let's see if Insider is a good workout shirt. Today, I'm training back, biceps, and forearm again. Marcos, it's always the same workouts. What's going on? Guys, leg day is in the past. You have no idea. The IA thing changed everything. Well, Insider showed what it always did, which is basically that the fabric is really good. I don't even feel like I'm wearing a shirt. For a few moments, I look at myself in the mirror to make sure I'm not naked or anything. But like, it's not a shirt that's gonna give you more energy. Because man, there are shirts you wear and you automatically lift more weight. Man, it's not that kind of shirt. It looks like a regular casual one. Insider doesn't pass my workout test, so now let's try Alpha Co for the workout test. I'm heading to work out in my red chest day oversized shirt. Today is for chest, triceps, and shoulders. I'm also bringing a black tank top for cardio. I don't know why my mind decided that tank tops are for cardio and oversized shirts are for working out, but that's how we're going to test it, and I really hope that chest day means chest day, because if not, I don't know, I might be getting something wrong here. I'll celebrate something I don't even know the meaning of, but I think I got it right. I did 10 years at Fisk and learned how are you? Well, honestly, I think the aesthetics make a difference at times like this. Because the fact that it's written on my shirt, it's chest day. I have to train chest. If the guys see me training back here, man, I don't know, maybe they'll sue me or something. Well, even though the fabric of this shirt doesn't really give me much confidence that it's going to last or stay like this for a long time, the shirt is really comfortable, man. Nothing bothers me. And also when you stretch it, it's very flexible. Guys, I'm going to vent here real quick in the middle of my workout. I used to be someone who didn't train shoulders, and I always trained my arms a lot. Then my arms started getting bigger than my shoulders. I thought, hey, it's time to start training properly, right? So I started adding shoulders to my workout, but man, back in the day, I didn't care at all. So man, if you're that person who doesn't care about shoulders, let me give you a tip. Instead of not caring about shoulders, start not caring about legs. It's way cooler. You might not like the fabric, but you like the look. So Alpha Co passes the workout test, cardio test. Now it's time for us to test it with the Nike shirt. Well, the Nike tank top for cardio works really well. Because it's a fabric that lets you move your body better, you know? It doesn't restrict you, it's not too tight, so you barely feel the fabric squeezing you. I've already run a few kilometers with it. I put my watch here to keep track, you know? For those who don't know, this watch is really good. I use it for training, but it works much better for cardio. Running is something you have to make as easy as possible because, man, it's tiring. You have to have discipline, so you need to make it as easy as possible. And what does that mean? Having good shoes and a good shirt. I'll be honest, between training and running, I think it suits training more. Because for running, it worked well. But it's like this. Running is something where you need to feel free, and you shouldn't feel the fabric of the shirt bothering you. In the end, this shirt is good for cardio. But if you have other options, I think they work better. Well, now for the cardio test. Let's go with the one from Berzek. Well, today I decided to do it here on the treadmill because you have to switch it up too, right, man? Running outside all the time is too much. I won't always have time to go outside and run, so I'm using the gym for cardio instead. I like it because the fabric is very light. So man, for doing cardio, that's the main thing, you know? You shouldn't feel the clothes. It's like you're naked here, so it gives you a good feeling for training. And like usually we tend to sweat more during cardio, the fact that it's made of this more transparent material means the sweat won't get stuck on us, so it'll dry really fast. At least that's what I imagine. But now, a negative point I found about it is that it ends up being a bit too transparent. So like, I'm not really a fan of clothes like that end up being see-through. You can see the skin color, you can see the guy's nipples. But I think it's a good shirt for cardio. Like between the oversized one for working out and this one for cardio, I think this one is better. And now for the cardio test, we have AOE. Well, I admit that this challenge is actually turning out to be good. Not just to test the clothes, but I've never done so much cardio in a row like this in my life. I hope to have about 2% body fat by the end of this challenge. I'm here now in a tank top. It's funny. I came to work out in one shirt and changed into another for cardio. So the guys probably think I'm obsessed with workout shirts. What I like about this one is it's tight but not constricting. I liked it because it has a cool look that works for both cardio and working out. I usually use it for cardio, but it works well for workouts too. Especially today when I did chest, it would fit perfectly to make my pecs pop. The fabric on the arm, man, it's perfect. I almost showed my hairy armpit, sorry. It has this cool feature where it stays tight on your body while the fabric still stretches, man. You get that fitted look so you can appreciate your muscles. At the same time, you don't feel uncomfortable with the clothes. Well, I did cardio here in different ways. I walked, ran, jumped, swam, walked backwards, did the moonwalk, and for all of them it fits really well, you know? I really don't have much to complain about. I think it easily passed the cardio test. Now let's try Insider for the cardio test. Honestly, this shirt was made for cardio workouts. I'll be honest, during the workout, it doesn't matter if the shirt is heavy or not, but now, to do cardio here, I'm already dying, man. I've already run, walked, and did the moonwalk again. I love that even though it has its downsides in terms of looks, right? Because it's just a regular shirt, you could go buy bread wearing it. It really seems like it was made specifically with cardio in mind. But the problem is, a shirt like this being made for cardio, and like, there's no way you could bring two shirts to your workout. If you train with one, change, and then do cardio. So like, if I had to choose one shirt to come to the gym with, I wouldn't focus on a shirt for cardio, I'd focus on a shirt for training. But if one day you're just going for a walk outside or just using the treadmill, this one will really help you build up your aura. So I think for the cardio test, this shirt passes. And now for the cardio test, let's go with Alpha Company. It's a shirt I'm really curious about because it seems like everything about it is related to training, but it has nothing to do with cardio. Even though the fabric is lighter, the shirt still got in the way of my cardio because it's so long it goes down to your legs. It often interferes when you're walking or moving. Our goal is to find clothes that look great and boost your energy for running, so I don't think Alpha Company passes the cardio test. Even though it has some positive points like the fact that the armpit area is really big, so it ventilates a lot and I don't get stuck in sweat, the thing about the fabric weighing down when I run really makes a difference. Sweat test. And now Nike for the sweat test. Well, basically I'm here after the workout and cardio. The fact that the color is black doesn't draw much attention to sweat stains. So, as you can see, there's nothing showing where it's sweaty or damp. And look, I ran, man. I'm showing you guys how long I spent doing cardio. Even though it's not such a nice thing, right? It would be kind of gross. But this is a shirt that if you reused it, no one would notice. I'm not talking about the smell, but visually, there are no sweat marks. The only area that might wear out over time is the armpit. If you don't wash it, it turns yellowish and darker where you sweat and move your arm, but this shirt passed the sweat test, and now we're doing our aesthetics test with Berserk. Man, I'll be honest, I ended up being a little disappointed with this one because I actually had high hopes for it, but it showed a lot of sweat marks. Alright, as you can see here in the middle, because I sweated here in the middle, it got kind of wet with sweat right here in the armpit, so man, for God's sake, obviously it's kind of impossible for me not to sweat. And for the shirt not to get wet, especially in the armpit, the whole shirt gets wet, but it stayed here, look, and it still hasn't dried. You can see that it doesn't dry very quickly, okay? So, I think it doesn't really pass the sweat test, mainly because of its color too. Another thing that kind of bothered me is that it's really easy to wrinkle since the fabric is kind of thin. You can see that anything leaves a mark, so any part where I touched something or bent it, you can see that the shirt gets kind of wrinkled, it doesn't stretch back. Let's look at the other Cardio Bomb shirt, the one I use for cardio. I found it better when it comes to sweat absorption because obviously it's black so sweat stains won't show or anything, but just by touching it, it's already dry, it's not wet, okay? So there are no sweat marks, but its fabric is really good and light for running, okay? But I think compared to the other one from Berserk, this one does better. Now for the sweat test, let's choose Alway, which has impressed me the most so far. Because man, nothing showed up. I really sweated. I just got back from training and there was nothing in the middle or under my armpits. This is crazy. I sweated a lot. It felt damp, and it's not because it dried. There wasn't enough time and it didn't get stained during the workout. I kept looking and thinking, the only part I can say that got a bit more damp was my back, right? Because that's where I was lying down on the bench press. But also no marks, man. Even my own tumor here, I farmed Aura, okay? So now let's test the next one. Well, I used this one for cardio, okay? And honestly, it's the same as the oversized one, obviously this one. The good thing is that it's all black, so stains won't show up as easily. But, man, nothing either. Okay, sorry for showing my armpit, but nothing is showing here either. Look, nothing wet, nothing damp. I liked it because the breathable fabric prevents sweat stains, so you don't have to wash it immediately after wearing. I also really liked how it looks for working out. Chest? Okay, because look, this thing, I don't know about you guys, but it's looking pumped. And now for the sweat test, we have insider. Well, apparently insider. The only part that showed sweat marks was the armpit. I don't know if you guys can notice that. Look, there were no stains anywhere else on my body, okay? None on my chest, and I can't say for sure about my back. I feel a bit damp there, but I can't see it. I don't have eyes on my back. If I did, I wouldn't tell you anyway. What about that hidden superpower? I didn't think it dried that well, even though there aren't any sweat marks. I feel like it's kind of damp, you know, when the whole shirt feels kind of damp. Like, you've already worked out, but I'll be honest, the feel of the fabric is really good, man. The feel, this fabric here is amazing. From Insider, so I think it passes the sweat test, and now we have the Alpha Core. Well, the armpit basically ended up like this. As you can see, it got really sweaty in the armpit. And I noticed that during the workout as I was sweating and it was getting wet here, you know, when the middle gets wet but it's already dried, so it dries quickly. Another good thing about it is the breathability. Man, during the workout I was giving it my all too. I'm giving it my all every day. Do you think one day I'll get like Ramon Ramondino? There are two, and while its ventilation is good, it doesn't pass the sweat test. It gets wet easily, and any sweat on your stomach or back quickly leaves a stain. You can see it by the armpit, and the whole shirt feels damp. Now let's check the tank top. Even though it's the same fabric as the red shirt, it has a difference. It has huge armholes, so it's really hard for it to get wet. If the red one lets in a lot of air, this one allows even more, so focus on that. This one doesn't pass the sweat test, and this one passes the smell test. And now for the smell test, we have here the Nike tank top. It's scoring a lot of points in this challenge. But let's check the smell, and obviously this part here is going to smell good. Look, it smells good here. This part sweats, dries quickly, but we're going to check this part here. You can see it's different just by the white. Look, the white here as you get here, man. Look at this. So let's go. I'm going to smell right in the armpit. Yeah, the smell is strong. I'm already full just smelling it. This shirt really traps sweat, and now I see it's turning more yellow from it. So, man, like, I can smell the perfume, but I also smell that sour sweat smell, you know? Visually, no one could tell you worked out, but now if you raise your arm, people notice a different aura and ask, "What's that, Marcos? Is your aura green?" So yeah, this shirt here, it didn't pass the smell test. And now for the sweat test, we have the Berserk one. Let's take a sniff right here, right where it's wet. You guys hear this? Look, this one really impressed me. It's not that smelly, okay? By the smell, you could use it again. I don't recommend that, but now by the look of it, I don't think this one works. It needs to go straight to the wash. So now let's go with this one, the one I used for cardio. Remember, I did almost 3 kilometers of cardio, so I got a little sweaty. Let's see, obviously this one doesn't show any marks because it's black. Wow, this one is much worse than the other. I thought being thinner would make the smell fade faster, but it really lingers. Oh my god, put this thing away. Damn. This one from Berserk passed, but this one is funny because it's much lighter than the other one, but man, the smell stayed here, man. And now for the smell test, let's go with the, hey. Well, we simply have both shirts here, and let's see, because like this one impressed me by not having any stains, alright? Wow, this turned out well. I'm checking the back since it got the most damp. In all these challenges I use deodorant and cologne. I'd even wear cologne to the gym. I suggest you do the same since the scent is strong. But this one isn't even like, it's not that smelly. I'm not smelling any bad odor. It's not like the others. It's not even making my eyes sting. It doesn't even seem like I worked out. That's the truth. Well, this oversized shirt here is more than approved. You can see that the fabric is really good. Wow, man, but it's not smelly. This one is more than approved, alright? Now let's check out the tank top. The tank top gets put to the test even more. Why? Because the armpit is right there, right? It keeps rubbing against the body. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. Look, I'm gonna take off this part here, which is the scary part. Music. You think I went easy? I gave it my all in this chest workout. I lifted 35 kilos on each side, so don't think I went easy. I had never lifted that before. If I had to compare by smell, which one smells better, I would say this one. I don't smell anything from this one, but this one is still fragrant. Damn, man, this is really weird because in this challenge, I'm smelling all of them. And some of them, I feel a stronger sting. Others, I smell sweat, but a little less. But this one doesn't have anything. I don't know how these guys make this fabric, man. But the thing works. Well, Aoi is more than approved in the smell test. Really, you can wear the shirt and no one will say you're giving off some kind of green aura or anything like that. No one will say that. You can relax. For the smell test, now we have Insider. So let's keep going with our routine. As you can see, I'm here with the shirt's armpit, just showing you. Let's go. Yikes, that didn't turn out well, so the smell is so strong that I'm almost fainting. But it's a bit stinky here. You know when you go to a family lunch and there's always some random kid running around sweating and they come close to you and you get a whiff of their smell? It's not the worst thing in the world like some others I've tested, but it's really bad. Damn. Well, I don't think Insider passes the smell test. And now for the smell test, let's go with Alpha Core. I'm right here with the shirt's underarm area. Not the shirt's underarm area, my armpit was here. Wow, this one ended up smelling bad, but it's a different kind of bad smell. It's not an armpit smell, not a strong armpit odor, okay? So, it's not the worst thing in the world, okay? There are some in this challenge that are worse, but it smells like sweat, man. Bad smell. This red one doesn't pass. Now let's go with the oversized tank top. Honestly, I doubt this will smell bad since it doesn't even touch the armpit. Just look at the sleeve size, but let's try it. Just like I imagined, it really doesn't smell bad. You could actually wear this one again. I don't recommend it, but you could wear it again. It really doesn't have any sweat smell, nothing strong, nothing at all. So for the Alpha Core smell test, this one doesn't pass and this one does. Cost benefit test. And for the cost benefit test, Nike shirt. This shirt is simply 250 Reais. I'll be honest, if you want workout clothes for cardio, this isn't the best option. You're paying a lot for clothes that lack some features. With 250 Reais, you could get one outfit for working out and another for cardio. You get two shirts, each with a different focus, you know? I think it passes the cost-benefit test because you're really paying for a product that's gonna last, a product of good quality, but I don't recommend you buy it, you know? If you say, hey Marvin, I love the Nike one and want to buy it, that's great too. Now let's do the cost-benefit test with Berserk. Berserk, basically take this blue one here, it's 60 Reais, and this black one here, it's 50 Reais. I think between the two, the one that's the best value for money, that makes sense for me, is this black one here, okay? Because with this one, you pay 60 Reais, but just by feeling the fabric, I can tell it's the kind of shirt that you'll wash and it'll stretch out or lose its color. That's natural with all shirts, but some last longer than others. If you spend a bit more than 60 Reais, you can get something better. But this one being 50 Reais, I thought it was really good because man, it's great for cardio, it's awesome. It has its flaws just like every piece of clothing does. So that's my opinion on Berserk. I don't think it's worth 60 Reais, but it's worth it for 50 now for the cost-benefit test. Let's try Alway. With this black tank top, which is exactly 130 Reais. And this Memento Mori oversize is costing 180 Reais, even though it's more expensive than the other one, it's something that's really worth it. I can see here in practice that the fabric is really different, guys. Mark, with 180 Reais, you could get two oversizes, okay? But they're two oversizes that when you wash them, they stretch. You wash them, they shrink. You wash them, they lose color. This one here, honestly, though it's pricier than the rest, I think it's truly the definition of cost-benefit. For me, it's also cost-effective since it hides sweat stains, doesn't smell, and the clothes are very stylish. I really like them. There's a whole meaning behind it, so I think it's worth it because I know these are clothes I can wear today, wash them, and tomorrow they'll be just the same. They won't be all worn out. I'm tired, Kevin. I think that's what real value for money means. So man, these two definitely get my approval. Now for the cost benefit test, let's go with Insider. Well, this t-shirt is basically 106 rays, man, I'll be honest. The quality of the fabric is really very good. But it's like this, I don't know if in the long run it's going to be worth it. Remember, all of this is just my opinion, okay? It's not a fact. But because it stretches a lot, I don't know if it's going to be that durable. And I think it falls into that category of being great value for money. I think it passes the cost benefit test, but I wouldn't get it. It's like this, I think that with a little more money, or even with the same amount, you can get some cooler t-shirts. I'm not really a fan of just a plain t-shirt. I like something a bit more stylish, you know? I don't think it's for training, but the fabric quality makes it worth the price. Still, I wouldn't recommend it since it's just a regular t-shirt. Now for the cost benefit test, let's choose Alpha Jor. And the Alpha Jor, both t-shirts, the red one and the tank top, were 50 rays. That's really a very low price compared to the other clothes. So I thought the style of Alpha Jor was really cool, but the fabric was something that left a bit to be desired, so I don't think it's really cost effective because, okay, it's 50 rays, it's really cheap. With 150 you get 3. But they're 3 that, man, you're going to wear once, you'll wash them, they'll stretch, and their color will fade, and pretty quickly they'll get more worn out, even though I really like their style. But I don't think it's worth going with the idea of paying the cheapest. In the end, you'll end up paying more because you'll have to buy more clothes since, man, it's fabric that wears out quickly. But you can't expect great quality from a 50 real t-shirt. It's not like it's a 200 or 150 real shirt. For 50 rays, you shouldn't expect much. But I don't think it's worth paying 50 rays if after one workout and wash, the t-shirt already looks different. And after all these tests, it's time for the final result. The brand that stood out the most in all the tests was Alway. For me, it had the best performance during the workout. The fabric is simply perfect, its look is really beautiful, and for me, it also offered great value for money. And yes, people have already said that I've been a fan of the brand for a long time and that this one here is one of theirs. Man, give me a break. Wow, what an arm, huh? Guys, is that a loaf of bread? It's a loaf of bread, isn't it? And after this result, besides buying more clothes from the brand for real, sorry guys, I like to spend my money on gym stuff. I also sent a message to Alway. Well, I went on my Instagram and shared what I did in the video. I said that I really liked the brand because honestly for me, it won in every aspect. And I didn't get any response. Just kidding, guys. This is just to remind you that tomorrow there's something in Brazil. I managed to get a partnership and bring you a discount code. So if you want to try the clothing that came in first place in this video, use the code MARVIN. That way you'll get 5% off any item on the website. And this video here was a clothing battle, and I want to know from you guys what the next battle should be for the channel. Well, and now, was it really worth spending money on gym clothes? Showing you guys here, I don't know what, did you see it? Did you see my new Alway hoodie? It was worth it.